energies, ancient and modern. I'm going to go through lots of things, and I mean, my first picture is a volcano. And to me, a volcano is a very powerful thing. It's understanding the vibrations of the place of the volcano, how people used to worship the god of the volcano. You know, how they used to leave offerings and celebrate what the volcano meant. I mean, you know, these days, lots of people still, like in Bali, Hawaii, places like that, they still give offerings to the volcano to keep their people safe. Now, I've travelled a lot last year, not on purpose, but I went to Chichen Itza. I went to Mexico, Guatemala and Belize, and I was touring the Mayan sites. And these really took my attention, mainly because of the structures. Most of them are pyramids, and they all vary in shape. This one, there was a huge amount of people here, there was market stalls, and a lot of the energy had been lost. But what they've done now is they've actually put a barrier up all around the edge, so you can't climb up the steps anymore. And for the last 7 to 8 years, the energy has actually started to come back. But before then, people were clambering it all over it, and it's a bit like when you went in the Notre Dame in France. Have you been in there? It's not a very nice energy. But you go up to the Sacré-Cœur, and you go when they're singing, they've got the prayers, they've got a lovely curved dome, and you can feel that energy. And they also pray with their hands open, so that all the energy comes up over you. But going back to the Mayan sites, the next one I went to is Ishmael. Now again, look at the energy from there. There was hardly anybody at this site at all. It's not a very well-known site. And the power from that one structure alone, you can just feel the enormity of it coming at you. And you're probably wondering why I'm talking about Mayan sites and not Chinese sites. It's only because these actually struck me as being far more powerful. Now Corozal, this was another site. It's a new site that's come up. And this was totally different again. We had to have a police guide to take us through, and our truck broke down and everything else. So I thought, oh God, what's it going to be like when we get there? But it was actually very, very different. And as you can see, the structures here are flatter. They are going more square-shaped. Like Mike said before, we like to live in square-shaped buildings. And this is going far more into the square shape. And Corozal was the latest in the Mayan sites. This was the very last one that they all congregated in before the Mayan disappeared. And that's another, as you can see, it's square and squat-shaped. Now this is Corozal altar stone. Now this, in fact, blew me away because they've taken away all the altar stones, everything that you think, oh, that's nice to touch, I'll have a little bit of that, I'll take that home with me, it's lucky. But they're actually taking these away and they're cleaning them up. All the archaeologists are going there, cleaning them up, and going to put them in the museum so people can see them, but not in the natural form that they're seen in. So what you'll get to see is that. That is actually plastic. They've made it of plastic, and if you go back to the previous one, you can see there is a difference, isn't there? Can you feel the energy? You know, if you look at it and just feel that energy, whereas you go back to this, there's nothing, is there? There's no energy there whatsoever, and it is plastic. You know, you knock on it and it's hollow. So it's really, really different. Now, going back to the altars, I mean, lots of people, when they're in Corozal and these places, they did have a lot of un-Christian things, where they did away with children, and they not only gave up offerings of people, but it was children, and gave offerings to the ancestors, but they also knew how to grow. In this last place in Corozal, I know we've mentioned it before about growing our food, but here they knew exactly how to work with nature. They knew how to make their products grow, they knew how to produce their food. And in the other sites, like Palenque and Tikal, they lost how to produce their food, because with the climate change, they didn't know how to reproduce. So when they came to Corozal, the climate change was different for them, and they started working with nature again. Now, this is something totally different. And you're probably thinking, where's she coming from with this? Where's she coming from? But, right. Manchester Cricket Club. I was there last weekend. And what struck me there was that picture in the middle. It's framed. Now, amongst all that clutter, all those people's cricket gear and everything else, that one picture stuck out because of the energy that emanated from it. This one guy is a cricket player for, I don't know what the Manchester Cricket Club's called, but I'll just say Manchester Cricket Club. But that one picture stood out, and I said, why has he framed it? It's because he had such a good match that he played that day, he did so well, that he wanted to frame the shirt. So every time he sees it, he knows he's a good cricket player, and that he will see that every day he goes in there and reminds him that he's a fantastic cricket player. But also there's a bit more feng shui going on in the same locker room. This was a wish list that another cricket player had put. You can see his name there. I won't say his name because you're not supposed to. But he put, you can't see the rest of the words either, unfortunately, but he did put, you know, my name is da-da-da, and I'm a famous cricket player. I earn lots of money. And he put dollar signs. Now, to be quite honest, he should have put pound notes, because, you know, you're not going to get dollar signs in England. But also, down here, you can't see, but he'd also put, I've got a lovely brand new house, 4 bedrooms, and I have an apartment in Spain. And he'd drawn a picture of those as well. So what he's doing is, every day when he goes and opens his locker door, he's saying, this is what I want in my life. This is me. I'm a famous cricket player, I earn lots of money, and I want this now. So he's telling the universe, the universal energy is going to give this to him through his hard work at being a cricket player. But he's saying to the universe, I want this, give it to me now. Now this is a picture of a blue moon on the 1st of January. Well, I took it on the 1st of January, I know it was earlier than that. But how beautiful was that when I looked up in the sky and I saw this beautiful blue ring around here. And somebody told me I should have 10 wishes. So I wrote down 10 wishes that day. So I want everybody here now to close their eyes and make a wish on the blue moon. Now I did nip through the May and the structures a bit quickly, because obviously we need to finish by 12:30, but if anybody's got any questions to ask me about anything at all, please do. I am holding a collage course on the 17th and 18th of April. So,
Can I just say, Vicky, vision board is fantastic. I use that a lot with the kids. We've got a treasure map, and I've got one similar to you, and
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I use one all the time, and you can keep adding to it. If you want to change the goals, just add something else to it. Change the picture, change the scenario. But the main sites really struck me because they work with the moon's energies, the sun's energies. They work with nature. You know, at the end of the day, we've lost that. We've lost our intuition. We don't work with our intuition anymore. We expect somebody else to do it for us. We switch on the light, we work with the electricity, we switch on the computer. We forget about nature. We forget about getting to our roots where we were, where we felt the earth's energies through our feet. You know, when the Mayans were out there, they hardly had any clothes on. You know, it was just something to keep you, you know, your bits in, but that was it. They were barefoot. They felt the energy. They knew where to go. They knew where to build their buildings. We've lost that these days. We've lost our intuition, and it's about time we got it back and went back to nature. Look at the astrology. Look and work with the moon cycles. Look at the sun's energy. Look how good we feel when the sun comes out. You know, when there's a full moon like that, that's wonderful energy. So it's getting back to basics and just getting to know what the energies are that are around us, and working with nature, working with the moon cycles, sun cycles. Go back to where we came from, our roots, our energetic roots. Thank you.